Hi, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Okay, we are in the home stretch. Just a couple more pages to go, and then we'll be done this magazine, junk journal, album, art journal, whatever you want to call it. And then we should be good to go. I have some scrap pieces left over. I'm going to see what I can do with it. I did punch out a couple of circles. I wanted to make a couple of tuck spots that are not really like pockets or anything. So if you only have like a limited amount of scraps left over, this is a good way to make another little tuck spot. So all you do is cut a couple of circles, and then you're going to cut them in half. And then you will have some really cute little tuck spots. You could fold them first and then cut them, but you could do it either way. So the idea is to attach one up at the top and one at the bottom, like that, and then you have this area to tuck it in. You could staple it, you could glue it, whatever works for you. I don't think I'd staple it because I have the other things on the other side, so we'll just end up gluing these. Just let it dry nicely and you should be good to go in a little bit. What's another thing you can do with some of this? So some of this paper might seem very plain. If you have embossing plates, you can absolutely emboss these. I think that would be really cool. I don't have any, unfortunately. I'm going to order some and, you know, see what I can create with some embossing paper. I think it's really pretty when you do get to use them. You could switch these up and do them in different ways, however you want to do it. You could do 2 in the bottom and 2 in the top to create that tuck spot, just to add a little bit of extra something. But if you do 1 in the top and 1 in the bottom, it just works really nice. It's not the sturdiest, because don't forget, this is not very thick cardstock, but you can always make it a little bit stronger if you wanted to with some other paper. But the idea is just to have a little tuck spot for, you know, a letter, a photograph, postcard, whatever ephemera you might have. If you're given this as a gift, you know, a person could put something in there and then keep it nice and safe. Again, don't forget to let it sit for a bit so that you can actually use it. It'll work much better. You could staple it on if you want it. I thought this would be kind of cute. Just a nice way to use up scrap pieces of paper. You could use squares, you could use rectangles. Whatever you have. I thought the circles would add a little bit extra something. There we go. And then from here you can add a bunch of different things, but I still have these 2 pieces left over, which I might just turn into little cards. So you could tuck it in like this, or if somebody has something smaller, they could tuck it in both. So you can do it either way. I thought that'd be kind of cute. That kind of thing, right? Alrighty, let's see, what can we do? It's a little bit on the long side to do for both. So if we want this to work, we're going to trim some scissors. I'm not even going to bother with anything else. I'll cut that right off. There we go. Just the give me a little bit of extra wiggle room. There we go, just like that. Now obviously you can't really turn these into anything with a thing on the top, but it doesn't mean you can't turn them into tags, so we might still do that. Maybe we'll do something with the corners. You could strengthen these with cue cards or index cards, whatever you want to call them. Just adds a little something. Do the other side too. Glue. Sometimes you forget the process. It's like, wait, what? There we go. Now, if you have a bunch of stickers left over, you could obviously put that on here. Because this is fairly thin, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I'm tucking them into these little half circle spots. There we go. Decorate these. So this really cute little bird. Okay, let's smooth this out of the way for a second. All right. Still have a bunch of these left over. Again, you know, when you're finished your album or your book, whatever you want to call it, and you find you have things left over, you can always go back and add them, excuse me, to different areas, which is kind of nice. So something like that maybe. Makes it look like it's standing on this ticket, which I kind of like. Yeah, I think so. I think there's only the one label left. That's okay. Oops. There we go. All right, so at this point, you know, you can add just about anything you want and just have fun with it. If you have little scrap pieces left over, you can obviously, you know, do something with those. If, you know, you wanted to punch out some more pieces, you could do that. You could do a little collage on there. I mean, it's already collaged paper, so I don't really have to worry about it too much, but You know, if you had a bunch of pieces left over and you didn't know what to do with it, you could obviously just do a collage. That's the beauty of a lot of these coordinating papers. You don't have to worry too much about it. So, there we go. You could do something in the background, obviously, if you wanted to use your stencil again. I kind of like how that works. That's cute, simple, effective. And it's a good way to use up those little scrap pieces of paper, because you can always tuck something else in there. You don't have to be too concerned about what you're going to put in there. So there we go, another one done. Oh, here's the last one. We'll save the best for last, because we'll probably end up using a bunch of scraps and seeing what we can make. So that's it for this page. Simple, but still effective, using up some scrap pieces. Little half circle tuck spots. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.